What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down how to run a 10-yard out versus press coverage, okay? So we're going to be talking about what you guys can do against a disciplined DB who doesn't want to move correctly or move right away off that platform, and how you guys can create separation. So I hope this video helps you guys out, but also, fellas, if you're a wide receiver and you want a day-to-day, step-by-step training schedule of all the drills that wide receivers need to do on the field, check out that very first link in the description for our 28-day on-field wide receiver workout plan. So what it is, it's a 4-week-long workout schedule where we give you every single drill that we teach to improve your route running, press releases, catching ability, broken down into a step-by-step, day-to-day workout plan. And then we also include a 30-minute video where we break down each drill and we show a full speed example. So I hope you guys can check that out. It's the very first link in that description below. Let's get started with this video. So this is a writer from Hunter Renfrow. Now, this is one of those things that perfectly shows how a DB eventually is going to have to move off that platform, right? So when we come off the line of scrimmage and I give this DB this little like hesitation move to the inside, right? We know that on the goal line, he's probably not going to backpedal, right? And again, he's not right on the goal line, but on the 5-yard line, he has really no benefit of backpedaling because if he backpedals, that could just open up a slant, a little hook route, whatever it is. So he's going to stay disciplined and he's going to try to watch my hips as a wide receiver. Now, as a receiver, Renfrow decides to go with this little like hesitation hop release to the inside here. But if we can actually threaten to the inside, this DB obviously doesn't want to chase me 50 yards across the field, especially while we're in the red zone, right? So as a receiver, what we have to understand is when you guys can threaten a DB to that inside and actually step outside of his frame, be sudden with your feet, you actually move your head and your shoulders and your hip with the cut, that's what's going to get this DB to jump off that platform, right? Now, on an out route, what so many people will do is they'll see this situation with a head-up DB, they'll give him one little quick move and they'll try to force the outside release. All that DB is going to do is get right into your hip and force you to that sideline. So I need something that's going to move him off that platform, get him off of this thing, and then I run this route. Now, let's ask this. Let's talk about this because a lot of times press releases are about reacting. So you see how Renfrow is able to square him up and give him that move to the inside. Now, what if this DB just sits? What if he just kind of opens up and lets you take that inside release? Maybe he's got safety help when it's a game live situation. What do you think you do as a receiver? You would just react, take the inside release, work to restack, or work something like where you throw him by, get over the top, or make a move. You got to make sure that you have a plan. Yes, you would like to take an outside release on this. Yes, my plan is to move him off that platform, give him with a little bit of a move to the inside and jump back outside. But if he sits to the outside and he's giving me that inside release, take the inside release. Take what the DB gives you. Now, in this case, obviously, we get him to jump. Now, one of the great things that you guys can do to get separation on a 10-yard out route against press coverage like this is that peek back technique, right? So when you guys peek back and give that quarterback your eyes, especially if you got a DB who's maybe not as disciplined, right? Because that DB is supposed to be watching what? He's supposed to be watching those hips. But again, when you press up vertical, he's expecting that ball to be thrown over the top, right? So when we give him those eyes, that can make that DB freeze. And if I get that DB freeze, I give him my eyes and I give like a little sudden movement. I'm not exaggerating the cut. I'm not reaching out for it. That gives me a lot of time to be able to create some space. So that peek back move is one of the best things you guys could do to create separation. But what's another thing you could do? You don't even necessarily have to peek back. You can make a sudden cut. You can just do that heavy indicator cut and get out because you got a lot of space to where you can accelerate. Or what you could do is if you restack, maybe you're, let's say, on like the 10-yard line, I guess you could say. If you're able to restack, you could hit him with a rocker step where you give him that quick 1-2, sell like you're doing an inside breaking route. So there are a lot of different ways that you can run this 10-yard out, but you got to make sure that we understand the IQ of it and the reason why it's able to work. So make sure if you guys are going to throw that peek back, we're not reaching out for the cut. We have a sudden change of direction to make that DB or force that DB to react, I should say, and then I'm able to accelerate out and win that race to the ball. It's a great route there by Renfrow. Let's watch it again, full speed. Perfect example of a DB eventually will have to move if you threaten him vertically or you threaten him in a certain direction, and how this peek back technique can get that DB to believe fade, get him to sit, and being sudden with your feet can get you out of this route. Let's watch it again, full speed one more time. Great job setting him up, stepping outside that frame, breaking this thing off, and making that play. All right, guys, if you have not heard, we are going to be in the San Diego area October 24th for a 3-hour quarterback and wide receiver training clinic. Okay, we only have about 10 spots remaining. We just started talking about this about like maybe 5 days ago. So I hope you guys could check that out. It's the second link in the description below. Great opportunity for you to come out and get some great work in if you guys are close to the San Diego area or in the San Diego area. We'd really love to have you out there. I myself will be there working with the receivers and quarterbacks, and then we're bringing out a speed coach to help you guys with 40-yard dash mechanics, running mechanics, and just overall athleticism. So I hope you guys could check that out. Second link in that description below. And again, fellas, I really appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I'll see you guys next time.